Hello, what is up, my people? I, for one, am very sorry for the amount of time I've spent, like, away from y'all. I feel bad about it, but I've been busy, like, very busy in the last couple of weeks, so I hope you will, try to forgive me for that. However, I have an important topic to talk about today. And note, this will be perhaps one of the three videos that I end up releasing before the year is over. As I said before, I have a huge, big video coming up, particularly about a singular topic, which would that be of anime. I want to talk about anime and stuff, how it kind of changed my perception of entertainment, and basically what I think of it being, an anime head and stuff. But yeah, that is the big video coming up. I think I have about a half or maybe a quarter of the script done. So yeah, I want to try to finish that up. But during that time, I will be releasing a couple of short form vids. This one, of course, is about Chromokopia by Tyler, the creator. Now, mark you, I had no idea that this album was coming out, especially so deep in the year. Now, this opinion, or I guess you could say perception, was kind of brought along by the fact that Tyler himself kind of insinuated that there would have been no new albums this year. When I think a fan asked around on Twitter, and that tweet got like super commented on and like liked and stuff, so it got a lot of traction. And him himself, I think he said, "Who's gonna tell him?" So yeah, I remember the exact tweet, but if I find it, I'm gonna put it on the screen and shit. So yeah, but I was not expecting this album to come out, especially so deep in the year, but it did, and I am happy for it. I think it is definitely one of the stronger albums to come out in the year so far, and that's considering the fact that we got "We Don't Trust You" and "We Still Don't Trust You" from Metro Boomin. We got the JPEG Mafia. What was that album called? I'll put it up in the screen. But we got JPEG Mafia album. Oh yeah, I Lead All My Life for You. Yeah, that JPEG Mafia album. We got a Denzel Curry. I think it was like a mixtape, and we also got another Future mixtape, and we got like a buttload of other projects that started the year. American Dream. You had Yeet with his two albums, 2093, and I think it was the second one was called Lifestyle. Like, it's been a good year for rap. So the fact that we got a Tyler the Creator album this year, it was good. I liked the fact that we got such a gift, I guess you could say, before December actually came up. So now I'm going to move on to my exact thoughts on the album. Now, mark you, I think this is definitely one of the more mature albums we've got from Tyler the Creator. Perhaps certainly the most mature album. Like, I don't think I've heard him sound so confident, so vibrant, so sure of the themes that he wanted to put out in this album. Like, if you look back at Flower Boy, Igor, there was definitely a lot of confidence in those albums, but like there was like a lack of certainty as to what he himself was, or like what he wanted himself to be in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there was like this, despite the overall confidence and creativity that were placed on those albums, and especially on his earlier work, that ended up making him have a breakout in terms of like putting him out to the mainstream. I think this album is definitely the album to say like, yeah, I am that nigga. I don't give a fuck if you think that I'm not him or not her. Like, he said it himself on that one song, Sticky. Like, I am that nigga and I am that bitch. So I don't remember the exact line, but yeah, basically saying, screw you if you don't think anything of me. I am that person. I am me. I am confident and I am gonna do whatever I can to like pop out on these niggas. So yeah, that was basically my whole perception of the album and what I thought of it. Some of my most favorite or like the breakout tracks that I had for this album, mind you, the entire album I thought was like pretty fucking good. Like it was amazing, damn near 10 out of 10. But there were like some stuff that I kind of had an issue with that kind of prevented me from giving it that 10 out of 10 rating. Although I don't like using numerical values, I'll kind of explain why I give it like a 9 out of 10. However, some of the breakout tracks that I have or had towards this album were the first one, Saint Chroma, Ratata, which would be the second track, Noid, Darling I, Hey Jane, I Killed You, Judge Judy, Sticky, Thought I Was Dead, Like Him, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, I think every one of the tracks had their own flair to them, had their own highlight. And I think it's very interesting that for this album, you kind of saw like a fusion of the Igor and the latest album that Tyler did, Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost. So the album Chromokopia sounded like a mix or a fusion of those two sounds. So I appreciated that for each and every one of the songs. Now I'm going to go towards the tracks that I kind of had an issue with. Or not necessarily the tracks, but like what I had an issue with. So basically the cons of this album. So for one, I thought that the features, although they were very surprising and stuff, I thought that some of the features were very, like, he could have done more with them. Like, for example, on the song Sticky, I thought that Glorilla could have been used a bit longer. And, because, like, when she came on in the track, bro, like, in the first few minutes of Sticky, I was like, yo, she sounds so good on this. Like, she's so comfortable on the beat. But then she was there for, like, about 30 seconds. And then it moved on to the Tyler verse. And I was like, damn, I kind of wanted more from her. But it was still a situation as to which, like, it was just enough. And I think the Sexy Red verse, although I don't really feel a particular way about Sexy Red, I think she's a decent artist and thing. I think it was that verse in particular was used adequately, a right amount of time. But that Lil Wayne verse, bro, like, when I saw how short it was, and mind you, the first time I listened to the track, I didn't even realize, to be honest, but when I realized how short it was, like, it kind of felt like a draw, or like it was used as some type of, I don't know, I just felt that it could have been, some of the verses could have been used more like diversely and a little bit longer. But apart from that, I think that's the only thing that I had a problem or issue with. The features were like, not to say I didn't like the features. I like a lot of the features. Like the Schoolboy Q feature was awesome and stuff. But there was this thing on Thought I Was Dead, right? So the song on streaming, it had Schoolboy Q and Tyler the Creator. However, on the vinyl version of the album, Thought I Was Dead has Playboy Carti, or it has a Playboy Carti verse. And I was like, okay, I get it. For marketing issues and stuff, like, I get that. However, I was like, bro, like, you could have at least, released the Playboy Carti verse on streaming as well. Like, but I get it. Marketing, he probably wanted his vinyls to sell out and stuff, so I get it. But it was still one of those things in which I was like, damn. I kind of thought that, Carter was going to get a direct verse. But overall, I think the album was very good. Perhaps one of the best albums that we've received all year. I wouldn't be surprised. Then again, I don't think it's gonna get a Grammy because it came out too late in the year. So I think it's gonna get it's gonna get some awards next year. But yeah, But overall, this was a pretty good album and I loved it. I hope Tyler continues to evolve and stay creative as an artist as it relates to this hip hop shit. And yeah. But yeah, that was my thoughts on this Chromokopia album. I apologize for it being this late, because like it's about 2 or 3 weeks removed from like this review. I guess you could say is kind of like 2 or 3 weeks removed from when the actual album released. So yeah, but I'm gonna release about one more vid before I release my big vid that I'm working on. And yeah, also, if this video has songs but in any way or like a background noise, just know that I'm like getting there as it relates to the whole thing of me wanting there to be sounds and stuff and me working around this stuff, because I'm not good at this. I'm not good at like making YouTube vids as yet, but trust me, when I start getting the editing right and all of that stuff, it's gonna get, the quality of the vids are gonna be up there. So yeah. But yeah, later guys, I hope you all like the vid. Uh remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll be back, hopefully.